Let's get this straight. You're not just choosing friends. You're choosing influence servers. But you think your circle is innocent just because they play loyal. And if you do, then clearly you forgot how algorithms work. Because it's not about who they are to you. It's about what they reinforce in you. Now, I used to think I could outgrow my circle, move bigger, move different, while still keeping the same crew. But the truth is, you cannot evolve if your algorithm is old, because your friends are not neutral. They mirror back what they believe is acceptable. They train your nervous system on what to tolerate. So even when God calls you higher, if your circle isn't programmed for that altitude, you'll start shrinking again. Not because you lost the vision, but because they couldn't carry it. You see, your circle don't need to betray you to block you. All they got to do is normalize your stagnation. And that's what most of y'all call love. Now let's break this down with 3 simple system facts. Here's system fact number 1. Social circles function like algorithms. They serve you content in the form of thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors that you already engage with. They reinforce familiar feedback loops, and just like your feed, they limit exposure to anything that makes you too uncomfortable. Here's system fact number 2. Friendship can become a firewall against evolution. Every time you share breakthrough, somebody rolls their eyes. Every time you talk about vision, somebody reminds you to be realistic. Every time you try to change, they offer you a drink, a laugh, a memory, something to bring you back down. They think and you think they're protecting you, but they're really just protecting the version of you that doesn't scare them and make them feel little. Here's system fact number 3. The peasant mindset hides in celebration. You call it support. You call it loyalty. But if they only celebrate when you're low, go silent when you rise, that's not a circle. That's a containment grid. Those are the facts. And the scariest part, most people never outgrow it because they never pause to question it. So let's take a minute to do just that. How about you ask yourself, does my circle trigger growth or train stagnation? Who gets uncomfortable when I start speaking from vision? Who changes the subject when I bring up God? Who offers escape when I announce discipline? These are your algorithmic cues. And here's the truth. If your circle is not programmed for promise, then your promise is already in jeopardy. You see, collapse is not punishment, it's protection. You're not cutting people off. You're cutting off feedback loops that were designed to keep you small. You don't just need alignment. You need algorithmic integrity. So check your circle. And let's end this off with a prayer. God, my creator, the infinite, teach me to see influence like code. Reveal the spiritual algorithms that have trained me to tolerate less than what you spoke over me. If they are not reinforcing purpose, don't let me confuse their presence with partnership. Make my circle a system of prophecy, not comfort. Break every feedback loop that drags me back into survival when you've already called me to dominion. And let the new algorithm of my life be coded by remembrance, reinforced by presence, and governed by you. You own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.